Hi, welcome to the weekend jewellery CAD masterclass. Hamad Arab here. In this series, we will explore the art of jewelry designing and manufacturing using CAD software. Today, I want to show you how to design a solitaire. Let's dive in. The software I am using is Modo, but you can use other similar software if you prefer. For example, you can use Blender, which is a free software, open source and free software, or you can use any other software you are familiar. Rhino, it's one of the standard software, industry standard, but I personally prefer using Modo because it's very fast for direct modeling. So to start, I usually, especially for Solitaire, I start with, in fact, positioning my gemstones. Here I have a different size of the gemstones, which I want to bring here. You can download it, these gems from the link in the description for free. Here I want to first decide what gemstone I want to, in fact, use. I want to use a 1 carat diamond round gemstone, which its size would be 6.5 millimeter. So I will import my gemstone. I will make sure it's the right size. 6.5 millimeter. That's correct. Okay. So another step is, let I create a new project. Then import this gem here. We call it 6.5 millimeter gem. Then I need to create a ring rail based on the order you have, the customer you are creating that ring. You can use a specific finger size. Also, in different countries you have different standards. For ladies, more common finger size in the European standard is 53, 54. And in British standard is M and a half, and N, size N, which is very similar to European standard, which is 53 in circumferences. So here I go to front view. I want to create a cylinder in the center. The radius would be half of the diameter. The diameter I want to use is 17, so I divide it by 2, which we will have radius as 8.5. The number of sides I want to use 24 sides, and then change this axis, apply. Oh, I forgot to in fact make some change in fact end of the cap, so I just want to create a new primitive object. Usually I start, when I want to create a ring, I start with a cylinder. So just I change cap to none, and the length of the cylinder equal to the length of the ring I want to use. If you have a reference image or reference design, you can have a look at it and even bring to the software. Here I want to maybe use as a width, in fact, because here we are putting radius, we need to put the thickness 1.2, which in total the width of the cylinder would be 2.4, which is too big. So I will put 1.1. You can, in fact, based on the design you want to do, you can put any number you want. And here, just here, I need to put in a Z direction and then apply. Okay, now we have a basic simple cylinder. Just I want to define the position of gemstone and kind of see where the gemstone would stay in comparison to the ring. We don't want to have it too high. Okay, so next step, I want to create a head for this gemstone to hold it. But before that, I want to name, or we can call it shank. In fact, the term we use for bottom part of a ring is shank. Then I create a new layer and call it head. Let's call it head. Next step, I want to create a close setting head. To do so, I again start with another cylinder, go to top view and start drawing. For 1 carat gemstone or round diamond, which is with 6.5 millimeter diameter, I would use something, a diameter with something about 1.3, sorry. So as a radius, we divide it by 2, would be 0.65 millimeter, and then defines position. So the height of the claw for manufacturing, usually we make it a little, at least 0.3 millimeter above the gemstone. In case if a stone setter needs more metal, and if not needed, they can in fact make it shorter, cut it. But let's start with this one, and then I want to extend this to the center and look at it from different direction. Try to, in fact, bring it down in a way which is close to the ring. Now I want to add more segments. Okay. Oh, I forgot, just I selected one side. I need to do it again. Okay, someplace like here should be good. Yeah. Then here we can add more edges. To shape this ring. We want to have a smooth transition. I switch to sub-D mode. See how it smooth is. Then I want to close top and bottom of the this glow. And I would like to, in fact, for production, it's not necessary to make the top of the clothes round, but I'd like to do it. And also, but it helps for casting, so it's a nice thing to do. But at the bottom, just we want to cap it, close it. I use this command, and also use some edge, which we can call them holding edge, because when we switch to sub-D mode, this part would stay flat. Okay. Another thing is, in fact, I need to mirror it to other side, so we have 4 clothes to see how it looks like. So it's better to add a thickness to this, in fact, shank to the ring, to make sure the intersection of shank between shank and clothes are the thing we are looking for. Before that, I duplicate this layer and just create a backup. Okay, then using tools like bevel to add thickness. So these tools are very common, even they have the same name most of the time between different software. So minimum thickness, I would say 1.4, but here I want to have different thickness. But at the bottom, I want to have a little thicker, up to 1.8, and at top something about 1.3, 1.2 in CAD, like in 3D software. The reason I say in CAD is because in manufacturing process you lose some thickness. So it's better to keep in mind when you do design in 3D. So I use a command, fall off command tool in Modo. It's very powerful and handy. I use it a lot, which you can add different thickness to your bevel. Just I want to at the bottom have maximum thickness and at the top lead thickness. Okay, so I run bevel command and add 1 point at least 8 millimeters at the bottom, but top part I prefer to in fact do it visually. How to okay, it looks good. Just I want to measure this top part to see it has minimum thickness I'm looking for. Here, before we subdivide in polygon mode, face mode is 1.3, which if we switch to subdi mode without adding holding edge would be 1.2, which is fine, looks good. And I want to probably add some holding edge on the side. I turn on my symmetry in Z direction. So if I switch without switch to subdi mode without adding holding edge, it looks like this. But if I add probably 2 holding edge at both side both corner, close to the edge corners, and then switch to this mode, you see how it looks like, which I think is good, but probably I want to, in fact before doing that I want to undo it, have a flat chord profile, which inside is very smooth and outside, in fact this side would be flat. To do so I added an edge here, then select this edge and use edge slide in Modo to create this curvature shape. By doing that, even if we add holding edge the side and switch to subdi mode, you see this part is quite curvature and this part is quite flat, so it makes easy, more comfortable to wear a ring. If we have in fact inside of the ring we create a smooth and curvature profile. Okay, I'm happy with the shape of the ring. Just I need to tweak the form of the claw. Here I have I want to delete rest of the hair claws and then play with this one. Most of the time I work in face mode when I want to edit the model, and then I switch to subdemo to see how it looks like the final model. In face mode, so you need to try to have a smooth transition between edges. Then see, probably I need to rotate it a bit. Okay. We could work more accurately and, for example, I don't know, make sure it's 45 degree. But today, just as a starting point, as a first video, I wanted to create a quick video and demonstration how I design usually during 3D. But if you want to make sure it is in 45 degree, now even after creating the model, probably one of the solution now comes to my mind is creating a plane in the center, maybe 5mm, and then rotate it 45 degree around y-axis or minus 45 and use it as a guide and reference. So as you see, this head quite is off of the center, so I need to, from the origin point or from the center of the coordinates, rotate it. Yeah, it looks much better, but now I need to amend the rest of the in the bottom of the claw, so I can use this as a reference to change my work plane and then go to okay. So now I can, it looks better. The intersection of the claws, something about 0.2 millimeter, 0.2 millimeter, it's good enough. We don't want to have too tight intersection, especially for round gemstone. It's much easier for a stone setter to relocate the head if needed. So I just mirror my head, see how it looks like. Next step is, first up, just don't forget to save your file before continuing the project. I saved it as a VIP means work in progress. Next step, I want to add a bezel, in fact, or gallery rail, which connects the clothes together. So the clothes would be much stronger, and we need it, in fact. To do so, to simplify it, we can create a basic donut shape, or again use to create the gallery. We can use the cylinder and from top view, if I look at it, should be, we try to make it smaller than the size of the gemstone, which diameter of the gemstone. So as I position it the center, I want to have a cap, single polygon, and then change it to different layer and call it gallery. Okay, so in terms of dimension and thickness, it's about 0.9 in face mode. Try to, in fact, the thickness shouldn't be less than 0.6 millimeter. When we send to print and cast, so it shouldn't, this gallery shouldn't be seen from top view. So it would look nicer and much more beautiful. I scaled it up, so the total thickness at the one is about 1 millimeter. I want to create the bottom cap a little smaller, so follows the almost the shape of the clothes, or in American English call it pranks. So I created the gallery almost the same size as gemstone, 6.5 millimeter. Then I need to add holding edge and also create a hole here. So to do so, in fact, I want to use bevel command, bring it in. Here, this wall, the minimum thickness at least, try to at least create 0.6 millimeter, 0.5 millimeter ideally. But sometimes if you have limitation, don't go less than, try to not go less than 0.4. Here we have enough room. Hopefully we have enough thickness. Then I repeat the bevel command. I change the view mode so you can see what I'm doing. Go straight, a little scale in. If I bring it in, I'm doing mainly by eye. Just this bezel shouldn't, try to not touch the gemstone, or not too tight. Okay, it's good enough. Then we bevel in fact the bottom side, almost same size as the top part, and then we create a hole by using bridge command. And I want to add more segments. Oh, let's undo it. Bridge command, the setting, mode linear, and then I want to have a little sharp angle here. Okay. Also, I need to add holding edge. So when we switch to subdi mode, it doesn't get soft, too soft. In fact, we have quite nice sharp edges. Okay. So again, we can, if we want maybe to look better, if we scale in scale 2D and make this the smaller. Okay, looks good. So now we created a model. It's ready to, in fact, prepare it for 3D printing and casting. You can send your design to casting house for any country, or just go Google it. If you don't know any place, anyone, search on the internet jewelry casting house or jewelry casting manufacturing, jewelry 3D printing. So any local jewelry manufacturing you find, you can send your 3D model and they will prepare it for casting. In fact, they will print it for you, 3D print it for you, and then they will cast it in any metal. In fact, they have what you want in silver, gold, whatever. Just the main thing is it's better to save your file as a here STL or OBJ, so you can select any software you're using. Just don't include gemstones. You can hide your gemstone and then select everything you have and export it as a OBJ or STL. STL is suited for 3D printing, but if you send as an OBJ, they can, in fact, prepare it and convert it to STL. Another thing is make sure in some software you can define the subdivision level based on which method algorithm you are using. So in Modo, it's better to in fact increase that subdivision level to 3 if you have a simple object, so the density of the mesh is high. And then for this bezel as well, I want to increase the, for close I think should be fine, but let's do it all of them. And then one of the things we can do is first of all put them in the group and name it. Solitaire. Then if we could duplicate it and select all of the objects we want to send to print and freeze them. So now if we want to in fact print and produce it as a one part, we can send it to print. Even we haven't joined all of them together, they are separate part, most of the case should be fine and you don't need to do it, boolean them together. Or if needed, the casting house, the 3D printing company would sort it out for you. I hope this video you found it useful. It was just a demonstration how I use 3D modeling software to design a jewelry and in fact make it ready and finalize it for 3D printing. If you have any question, leave a comment below here and let me know. I'm happy to help you if I know the answer. See you in the next video. Have a good day. Bye.